This ain't about wins or losses, material gains. This that luxury motivation to ease the pain. I know things can get heavy, so
What's up with the what's ups? Welcome back to another episode of Prayers and Blessings, the podcast. I'm your host, Mark Tyson, and today we have Chef David Satchel. I only see the chef at the Atlanta Arena, but he's one of my personal mentors, good friend of mine. And I got him here today because it's well needed. Chef, how you doing?
I'm doing great, brother. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, man. Good to have you here.
For sure. Always good to see you.
Chef had a cooking class today, and I was intrigued when he called me and invited me, told me to come down and check the cooking class out. Chef is an amazing chef, may I say that. His ingredients and his taste, the way he put it together, flavors are immaculate. Chef, how long you been cooking, Chef?
To date, we're going on 22 years. 22 years this August. This August will be 22 years in the sports and entertainment game. Chefing a long time.
How did you get started in the industry? Like what pulled you to cooking? What got you started?
I grew up in the kitchen. It started at a very early age with grandma and auntie and mom cooking in the kitchen. I always wanted to be around because I always felt like if I was able to help, then I'd get free food. I'd be able to taste. And that's exactly how it happened. And so, yeah, my kitchen days started very early. And also, I come from a farming family. So just understanding where food comes from, how it grows, when to pick it, when it's in season, when it's not in season. I learned this from an early age. So food was always a focal point of my life growing up and still holds true to this day.
So was it something specifically that took place in life that you felt like, okay, I enjoy cooking and it's just more than just a job to me? Was it like the light bulb, like this is it, I love doing this?
Well, I think I loved it from an early age. I remember when I had the talk with my dad. I was 16, what do you want to be when you grow up conversation. And I told him I either wanted to go to the league to play basketball or I wanted to become a chef. And so now, did I set on that path right then at 16? No, I didn't. I actually went to college for Allied Health Sciences with a concentration in physical therapy, thinking that's what I wanted to do, but I cooked my whole way of college. It was the way I paid my rent and put gas in my car. So cooking was always in me. You know, I was trying to do something else though.
So is it safe to say your path wasn't etched out? You didn't sketch this path out, right? You went to college and then you started cooking. And then you was like, yo, this is me.
Yep.
Okay. So and I heard you say basketball. You were nice on the court?
A little bit. I used to be real nice on the court.
Nice?
I'm trying to get it back now. Yes, sir.
What makes a good chef? What makes a good chef besides just the fact that he can cook?
I think the ability to innovate and to able to create in whether it be a limited pocket or a large pocket. There's this burning desire this flame that never goes out of you wanting to present something to the world that is yours. So that fire in a true chef will always burn, no matter what he does. It's your contribution. And I think anybody in any industry, you know, that wants to be great, you want to leave some sort of legacy behind. You want to leave an etch on the world in some way. And for a chef, the best way to do so is having something to contribute to the world that everybody can partake from.
When you cooking, right, through your years of your culinary journey, and you come to a halt, something that you ain't just feeling like it today. You ain't just in the mood for this today. What motivates you to push forward and keep striving for excellence? What is something that gives you that I refuse to just give up? I'm gonna keep pushing.
I think there's a saying, that goes, it's on you. It's not in you, or it is in you, and you know what I'm saying. It's not on you, and I think a lot of people can become chefs and go to their jobs, and they can cook, and they can get their paychecks, and they can go home and live happy lives, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think there are certain individuals, and I talk about that fire. It's in them. No matter what they do, no matter where they go, the wanting to create something so the world can partake, that never goes away. So it doesn't matter. You can be burnt out from chefing. You could be 50 years in the game and you turn around tomorrow and say, I'm so tired, I never want to do this again. But as you lay there on day 4 or day 5 out of that kitchen, it's going to start eating at you because it is in you. Just simply, it's in you. You can't fight it. You're going to get up. You're going to go in that kitchen and you're going to make something. You're going to create something from nothing. And I think that's the great part about being a chef.
Something I learned from you through my years of cooking is discipline. You kept me with a discipline to grow, to be better. You know what I mean? You know that what you always told me, what always said, stuck with me, was like, yo, T, every day it's not the first day. And that just rolled with me. But is talent enough, or does it take discipline? Is talent enough to get you through a party of 1,000, or do you have some type of discipline?
You got to have discipline in anything you do in life, I feel. You got to have discipline to go to bed, come home from work, go to bed, get up the next morning, and do this every day for years. It takes discipline. Anything you do takes discipline. And yes, from a chef standpoint, discipline is very important. Poise is important. Patience is important. There's a lot of characteristics that a chef will grow and learn over the years, but discipline, it starts with being disciplined and having an open mind and being very receiving of all lessons that come your way.
So you gotta be disciplined. Just not talent ain't gonna make it all.
Talent ain't gonna make it, nope.
And today, right? Came down here, told me coming out to this cooking class. The cooking class was excellent. It was making a sourdough today, chef?
I'm making sourdough bread, yes sir.
What can we expect from your upcoming cooking classes?
So I am currently doing a masterclass bread series, teaching people how to bake bread, not just sourdough, just all breads. We are currently in a trend of people wanting to bake their own bread. And I think just kind of creating their own food source overall, just the state of the world, where we're at right now, just from a food standpoint. Inflation is real. Prices in the grocery stores are crazy. And so people are starting to find ways to farm their own food, bake their own bread, become more self-sufficient, go back. We're returning to the old days. So I like to offer classes on bread baking because it's so popular now and people love to do it. And I feel like it's outside of the cooking standpoint, it's a very therapeutic method.
Bread is very therapeutic.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to have patience, let the yeast rise, things of that nature. It's very tedious, right?
It can be.
It can be. But I see you do it like this.
Right.
So if you know what you're doing, you make it look very easy.
Yes.
But it's not as easy as you would think it can be.
It's practice. Just like with anything else, you practice at it if you want to be good at it. But like I said, from the therapy standpoint, and it's not just baking, but it's a good way to transfer energy. Before you choke somebody out at the job, come home and you jump in your kitchen and you create. You put that energy, whether positive or negative, into something that you can create, and I feel like that helps a lot.
Okay, you love bread. Bread is right up your alley. Bread is like that's your baby. Give me one ingredient that you can't stand cooking with. Something you just play.
So before we get into that, I will say the bread baking endeavor is the newest endeavor.
Okay.
As of let's say the last 7 years. prior to this 7 years, even during this 7 years, I am a corporate career chef. So I was doing all sorts of cooking in all sorts of kitchens all over the United States. So from a hot cooking standpoint, I cannot stand Lawry's seasoned salt. It goes in none of my food at all.
Lawry's? The red seasoning? Did they sprinkle on the fries?
With the red top. It goes in none of my food. Kosher salt, ground pepper, coarse ground pepper. That's it.
Because the skeet gonna grind you up. That's his favorite.
That's all he. That's what I'm telling you. That's why everything be salty as hell, or don't be salty.
It's just hilarious to me because we know somebody that loves to cook with Lawry's. It's just that he can't. No Lawry's.
No Lawry's. Nope. Can't stand it.
Kosher salt.
Kosher salt.
Pink sea salt.
All of that. Himalayan. All of that. No iodine. Stay away from it. Not good for you.
In your career, what was one of the best places you've worked at? I know you did Mercedes-Benz. You've done numerous.
Best places. I'm not gonna lie, probably Mercedes. In terms of my career, Mercedes-Benz for cooking for the Atlanta Falcons, the Atlanta United, the president, Evander Holyfield, you name it. Any and everybody that has ever come through Mercedes-Benz, the who's, I've cooked for them. And so Mercedes, the stint at Mercedes will always be special to me because it's where I found my identity as a chef.
Okay.
So it does have a special place, but I've worked for Wolfgang Puck. I've worked in hotels. I've worked at University, Morehouse, Clark Atlanta. I've been all over the board. The Marriott, all over the board.
His foundation comes from the islands.
Yep, Jamaican background, absolutely.
And his jerk chicken is. I still got the jerk chicken seasoning you made in the house, man. Why would you be using that? I got a bucket like this. Yo,
yeah.
His flavors is dope. I ain't gonna. I wouldn't have him here if he wasn't nice in the kitchen, because pleasure having you here today, Chef.
Pleasure you being here, brother. It's been a long time coming. This right here.
Have you ever messed up a meal?
Absolutely, burn the hell out of it.
Did you pretend it didn't happen?
Can't pretend with certain things. You can't pretend. You just got to anticipate chef about to get in your ass because it just is what it is. But I have messed up a meal. Absolutely. I think the first story that comes to mind is I over liquefied the potatoes. We were making potatoes for a catered event of 3,000. This is my early chef days, so forgive me. And
It was gummy.
Nah, it was soup.
Soupy.
I made potato soup. I made potato soup.
How did you do that? It was too much. You just let them boil too long. You just add water,
Added too much liquid. Added too much cream. It was over it. Yeah.
And you just creaming them out.
Just creaming them out all the way out. Water and everything.
Creaming them out.
Yep. I thought I was doing something fly, and chef got on me that day, and it was a lesson learned. So, and that's how you learn. You learn and you grow. You know what I mean?
Give me one meal. Give me one meal that you could cook, and give me the person that you would cook it for, whether dead or alive. Someone that you would say, you know what, I'm gonna cook this for you. Give me the meal that you would cook and the person that you would cook it for.
This might sound so cheesy, but it would be my grandmother. God rest her dead. Rest in peace.
Okay.
She's the cooking dawn of the family, and so everybody in the family wants to cook like grandma. Like it's saying that she was a standard.
She was nice.
And whatever you brought to the party or to the reunion is gonna get stacked up against this ain't grandma's, or she ain't do it like this last year. And so
they tasted it like,
Yep. Or you might get, all right, this might could touch grandma's. Grandma's was a standard. Mm-hmm. And so I think the hardwired skills that you need, the temperament that you need to be successful as a chef, I got from her.
Okay.
Being Jamaican and coming from that, growing up in that cuisine, it was the first cuisine that I learned to cook. And all these years later, if I'm going to step to the kitchen and you ask me, and people love to ask, what's my favorite thing to cook? It's gonna be something nostalgic. It's gonna be something from home. It's gonna be something that she used to cook for me when I was little. So To be able to cook something to present to her would be to say, thanks for the lessons. Appreciate you teaching me more than just to cook a dish, but how to be a person in the kitchen. How to properly be how to be patient.
Okay.
How to deal with people. You know what I'm saying? Customer service.
So you'll
because
cook
that's
some
what we
porridge
do.
or something.
No, what I would cook, her favorite dish, her best dish, my favorite dish would be a pea soup. Pea soup with pigtails and dumplings.
Now you gotta make them, Jones.
Yep.
Now you gotta put it together so I can come through and sample that.
Absolutely.
I got to come through.
We'll wait till the colder months.
Yeah.
months.
Yo, he got an ill pork belly recipe. Oh. Bananas.
So Asian
I bet you
cuisine.
Avery got that joint down packed now.
Boys are monsters. The boys and Reese, monsters.
I heard.
I put them against, and I say it on camera. I put them against anybody in that kitchen. Anybody in that kitchen. Yep. But I grew up loving Chinese food. I love Chinese food to this day, and so if I was to be asked, well, what is the best cuisine that you can cook? Quick fire out the bag. If you was on Chop or something, is most likely going to be something Asian. If I'm doing something nostalgic, it's going to be something from home, from Jamaica. But if I want to show and prove and really show my chefiness, it's going to be something Asian because I've been cooking
Everything
that.
you made Asian was nice too.
Yeah, it's going to be my go-to for sure because I got those flavors down pat.
Dishes from the boy. I'd be like, yo, chef, this is it.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a young chef out there in the world somewhere right now. And he say he want to be a chef. But one day he want to be a chef, next day he's discouraged. One day he want to be a chef, then he said one thing he can do it. What advice would you give him?
Don't give up, right? And that might sound so cliche, but you have to find your space in that world. The culinary world is vast, as it is wide, as it is deep. There's somebody that wakes up every day that wants to be a chef, but there has to be an understanding that there's levels to it, right? So first, you want to establish what level of chef do you want to be. That's the first thing.
Well,
Second thing,
here.
Yeah,
You just
yep.
playing, okay.
Yep, there's different levels. So, do you want to be, the Massimo Burritos of the world? Or do you want to be, a chef at your local assisted living facility? There's levels to it, like Meek says, there's levels.
Or you just doing something just to be doing something.
Or you
busy.
just going to work to get a check to feed your family, and that's cool too. And some people will tell you, those folks will also tell you, oh yeah, I love to cook. But it's more of, I like to cook when it's convenient for me, when I just have the urge to get up. A chef that's really going after it, this urge don't stop. Like I say, it's a fire that burns and it just never goes out. And you want to be the best, right? So identify what kind of chef you want to be. Mm-hmm. Research the avenue to get there and what you need to do to get there. And also then you need to find out what skills that you need to be able to be successful on this journey. Because it is a journey. You don't wake up today, work one job, and then you're a chef. It is a long journey. I am 20 plus years in on this journey. And in my own mind and in my own heart, I don't think I've reached chefness yet. There's just so much to learn, right? I can only go by what my peers call me, what they refer to me as, and it's always through a sign of respect, and I respect that. But again, I am still but just a humble cook that's still finding, looking for his way in this world. And I feel like having that humbleness about you in anything that you do, especially in the chef world, will take you very far.
Thank you, chef, for this amazing interview.
Absolutely, brother. I've been waiting.
Praise and Blessings, the podcast is a podcast that is for us. It's for the community. We'll be bringing more of my chef friends, more people that I admire, that I look up to, that have showed me things through life that I could build with and build from. This is a platform for the community. Chef Dave has always been a positive person in a positive light and a positive, and has always had a positive environment. So, with that being said, I want to thank you, Chef, for coming out.
Thank you for coming out as well, brother.
I just want to make sure I don't have any more questions that I could possibly ask that, because we want to make sure that we can help someone. So that last question was something to leave you guys with so that you can stay on task, stay disciplined, because hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
That's the saying.
You have to work hard. And he echoed on everything I said when I said you have to do your research. You have to find the blueprint. You got to follow the plan, and you have to fulfill the purpose. So with that being said, tell them when the next cooking class, tell them where to find you, give them your social medias, and just let them know what's going on with you.
All of that. All right. So first and foremost, open your IGs right now and type in the number 2, BRUHZ, Bruz, no Q affiliation, _bakery. 2Bruz_bakery. You can find me there on IG. That's one place you can find me. That's the bakery scene. But then you can also find me at chef_Satchie. It's one coin, but I got 2 sides. So if you want to see what I'm doing in the hot kitchen, follow me at chef_SATCHIE on IG. And if you want to see what I got going on the baking side, 2Bruz_bakery. And then you can find me there. And across all social media, you can find me at chef_Satchie or 2Bruz Bakery. So no matter TikTok, whatever, I'm 2Bruz Bakery, or find me at chef_Satchie.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Prayers and Blessings, the podcast. And remember, hug somebody and tell them you love them. They just might hug you back and tell you they love you. I'm just saying. Holla at your boy. Yeah.